knowledgeable. Trust Zia Abbas.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Hi viewers, I'm Zia Abbas. You're watching Buy Low and Sell High. In today's episode, we would have three guests. The first guest would be Amin Noorani, Chartered Accountant from ABN Corporation. We're going to take Amin's opinion today about real estate investment and why he thinks that real estate investment is one of the best investments if you compare it with the rest of the investments, right? And most of the rest of the investments are intangible investments. So let's see what Amin says. And then the second guest is Elliot. Elliot always comes with a lot of surprises, with a lot of good products, real estate products, openings, high rise, low rise. So he's going to walk through us and then show all of us that what kind of real estate projects are in pipeline in the near future. I believe that is also good with a lot of you guys to understand ahead of time that if you are planning to invest, what sort of things you have to see. And it might be one of the part of your due diligence to consider. After Elliot, we're going to meet Salman Arif from Mortgage Alliance. And Salman's role is also very important from the mortgage perspective. No matter how good of investment we do and how good of real estate we buy, if we don't qualify for mortgage, then everything go null and void. So listen to Salman Arif and see how he can explain about the importance of a pre-construction, pre-approval mortgages for pre-construction or pre-approval mortgages within 10 days cooling off period, which is required by lots of builders, and how you can safeguard yourself, secure yourself by providing these pre-approvals. Let's go to the first guest, Amin Noorani. Stay with us.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Viewers, I'm sitting with Amin Noorani, Chartered Accountant from ABN Corporation. Usually, when you ask any real estate agent what is the best investment to invest in, they always say real estate. But today, I'm going to ask this question from Amin. Hi, Amin, how are you?
How are you, Zia?
What is the best investment to invest in?
Zia, there are many type of investments, right? Active, passive, real estate, stocks, bonds. Personally, I like real estate, and for a very good reason, and the name itself tells that it is a real state and it is not a fake state. That's what it is, right? The reason why I like this one is tangible, right? It is controllable. That's what you control your investment rather than anybody else is controlling. Same like a shares, stock, bonds, you know that how much the game has been played for that kind of an investment, right? And the control is not in your hand. With this investment, it is under your control. So that is basically, it is the general view of the real estate. However, there are also lots of tax advantage on this real estate. The first and foremost one is that you can claim CCA on that one. That is the capital cost allowance.
Okay.
That reduce your rental income substantially. And at the end of the day, you don't have to pay any taxes for that particular. You can basically you have to defer. Usually, you defer the taxes until you sell that investment. And besides that, there are many other expenses you can also claim under rental income, and that is the interest costs, the condo fees, the repair and maintenance, the accountant fees, the management fees. So these are all the expenses which you can deduct out of the rental income. And after deducting especially the CCA, and that is your choice, you can you don't have to pay any taxes. Usually you don't have to pay any taxes. So that is the biggest advantage. However, when you sell that investment, at that point in time, they recapture the CCA, whatever you have claimed, and there is a tax calculation at that point in time, and you have to pay the tax on the capital gain rather than on the normal business income. So that's basically the tax advantage of it. However, there are many other advantages on that one. And one of the biggest tax strategy on that one is that people invest on an RRSP.
Yeah.
and that is on a regular basis they invest it. Recently, I advised one of the client, he has a real estate which is coming up and he is planning to sell. There's a big capital gain impact on that one if he sells that. I told him, and he's planning to sell his capital, his investment after 5 years. I told him, do not contribute anything at this point in time to RRSP. Why? Because in that situation, he will have a room of RRSP, big amount, around $100,000, and the capital gain which is going to have is around that in the same vicinity. He can easily offset that capital gain against his RRSP. The tax bracket at that point in time is going to be much higher rather than his tax rate at this point in time, which can be 20-25% on his salary income. So these are the strategies available through the capital gain of the real estate. So that's number one. Second thing is also give another big tax opportunity of the refinancing, that if the market value goes up for that particular real estate, he can refinance the property by keeping, for example, if he can right now his equity on that capital on that investment is, let's say, 40 to 50%. He can refinance it for another. Bank requires minimum 20%. Let's only for the argument's sake, he can take his 30% out of that equity without paying a single dime, and you can use that 30% or whatever the equity is above 20% for any other investment. So that's another opportunity the real estate provides. So these are some of the advantages which I personally like about it, and these are the real advantages compared to any other investment. Although there are different opportunities also available for the different investments. Another thing is the market value of the real estate always goes high because there is a scarcity of land, right?
Yes.
So that is another beauty of it. Yes, there is going to be ups and downs over the period of time, but at the end of the day, if you compare your real estate right now from the real estate which was 100 years back, the real estate market has gone up, right? So over the period of time, it has gone. Another thing which also provides is hedging. If there is an inflation, the rental also goes up. And when the rental goes up, it gives the hedging of your investment, right?
Exactly.
So these are the few things which is very, very what do you call that, positive with the real estate investment.
I just want to add certain lines on what you said is you can't build earth on earth. Another thing is in stocks, though you make millions, but intangible you can't see. But what if you own a building and stand in front of it and you say, you know what, I own it. Like, there is a prestige.
Absolutely.
And on top of that, living in somebody's home rather than living in your home, there's a huge difference. But quickly, I just want to ask you a very last question. You said tangible real estate. What do you think about pre-construction investments in real estate? So today you buy a pre-construction and then it turns into tangible within 2 to 3 years.
That's exactly what the real estate is, tangible, right? Yes. And ultimately it becomes tangible. Right now you are buying it, but that is going to become tangible in 2 to 3 years anyways, right? So, but you are also taking an advantage of the market appreciation, right? Because you are buying that pre-construction at present rate, right? And after 2 to 3 years, when the market value goes up, then you pay, you are paying lesser than what the market value would be, right? But you have to be careful about that one, because right now the market, we don't know what the market is. It can be, so whoever is, you have to do your homework in whatever you are buying it, right? Yeah.
Thank you very much, Amin. Thank you for joining us. Viewers, as you heard, Amin said quite well, always buy real estate and invest your money in real estate in a tangible form. We'll go on a quick break. Stay with us.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Hi, I'm Zia Abbas, introducing Grand River Woods 30, 35 and 40-foot detached homes with single and double car garage. Price starts from $369,900. Only 30,000 deposit in 6 months, completion end 2016. Approx 20 minutes from Milton and 25 minutes from Brampton. Right next to Conestoga College and Highway 401 in Cambridge. Close to the new home of Google Canada. Call me with the confidence to buy low and sell high.
Do you have credit card that is weighing you down? Does your home need renovation? Whatever the reason, there has never been a better time to take advantage of the equity in your home, with the rates at an all-time low. You can save thousands by lowering your interest rate and consolidating your high-interest credit card. Mortgage professionals at Team Salman can do this for you. Call us or visit us today at www.teamsalman.com. We deliver mortgages.
Hi, I'm Zia Abbas, proudly introducing UC Townhouses by Tribute Communities in the city of Oshawa. These 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom and 5-bedroom townhouses, starting price is only $385,900 and your deposit is only $25,000 in the first 5 months. Yes, you can assign this unit prior to closing and the completion is end 2017. For US investors, the cost is less 40%. Call me with the confidence to buy low and sell high.
For over 20 years, Baker Real Estate has been proud to represent the most successful new construction condominium developers in Toronto. When you buy through Baker, you know you've bought the best.
Abrahams LLP. We provide services in corporate law, civil litigation, and real estate.
We are lawyers to Toronto's entrepreneur.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Today I scheduled my meeting with Elliot Tope, President, International Home Marketing. Today in particular, I'm going to speak to Elliot about Fernbrook and Citizen projects which are under the umbrella of International Home Marketing. And let's see what Elliot has today for us. Hi Elliot, how are you?
Hey Zia, welcome.
Thank you. Good to see you.
You too, you too.
So Elliot, I know you guys are working, International Home Marketing is closely working with Fernbrook and Citizen on several projects. So what kind of projects you guys have under the umbrella of International Home Marketing, and what kind of incentives you guys offer?
I'm glad you came to see me today. I mean, first off, the relationship with Fernbrook Citizen goes back years, right to the iconic buildings in Mississauga, Absolute, that everybody knows so well. Currently, we're on 2 different files with them. So we're doing Pier 27, which there's 3 phases, and we talked about the successful launch of Phase 3 in the fall of 2015. But what's really exciting, and we held back some of the stuff in the first 2 phases to the very end because we knew that people would want to see them first off built, and that the views down at the water were so spectacular that just showing it to you on paper would never do justice. So there is some very limited inventory in Phase 1 and Phase 2, and these are not your typical small type units. We've got some townhouses, penthouse units that are just absolutely amazing. Large square footages, 2,000 square feet, and these are $1 million homes down on the lake. And right now we're running an exceptional special incentive. So what I would really suggest is for your clients, if they're interested in it, to get in touch with you and they can come down. They can tour through the amenities of the building, see the pool, see exactly what they're buying into in this lifestyle down there. And as far as Phase 3 goes, we had what I would consider probably one of the most successful fall launches in Toronto last year, but there is still some suites left. I mean, the building is absolutely huge. So there are some suites, and we're running an incentive program right now on some limited floor plans, which is a maintenance-free program. So, and those, if you come down to the sales office and if your clients want to come down with you, we can show you exactly which floor plans are still available, what the views are like. We've taken shots from there because view is so important. And whether you're looking at the lake or you're looking down at the city, we've got something special for you down there. And the other thing, so you talked about Fernbrook and Citizen, and I'm really excited about this, and I always tell you I'm excited, but this is special. I mean, 158 Front, St. Lawrence Market, Front Street, downtown Toronto, great neighborhood, walkability to everything. We're involved with the project, and right now as we speak, we're just finishing off a brand new sales office for the project, and we're going to be launching that at the beginning of the spring. We're doing a model suite down there for it, so people will be actually come in and see what they're getting. And that sales office is located just adjacent to the site, so just west of the 158 Front Street site.
It's all about affordability, right? Next to St. Lawrence Market, a great district, walking distance to water, walking distance to financial district, right? You are in the vicinity of university campuses, George Brown, right? So I believe it's a great project, and then the price starts like, just about $300,000 plus.
I know.
and it's a great value for money.
Yeah, actually, as you were looking in, here's just show you. This is some of the rendering stuff that we're working on, bringing a new flavor to it. St. Lawrence, because that is such an integral part of the site down there. So I'm really excited. This is where that new sales office is heading into. So
when it comes to Fernbrook and Citizen, so international marketing is doing Pier 27 Phase 1, Phase 2. Phase 3, even in Phase 3, 2 portions, podium and a tower, and then you guys are involved in 158 Front Street as well.
Yeah, I mean, we love working with those guys. They have a ton of stuff on the slate, and we definitely hope to be with them all the steps of the way.
Oh, great. Elliot, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate you coming to see me here.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, yeah.
Viewers, Phase 1 and 2 is purely for those who wants to live. It's a big unit, it's a large unit, it's very next to a water, $1 million plus. But if you want to invest in a small units, Phase 3 might be the best bet for you if you're a water lover at the foot of Yonge Street. 158 Front Street, as we discussed, it is in a dot where in the surrounding areas are all pluses against your investment. If you want to buy a condominium in downtown, just starting $300,000, very important to give me a call, set them an appointment. I'll take you at the side office and we'll go from there. We'll go on a quick break. Stay with us.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Hi, I'm Zia Abbas introducing Grand River Woods 30, 35 and 40-foot detached homes with single and double car garage. Price starts from $369,900. Only $30,000 deposit in 6 months, completion end 2016. Approx 20 minutes from Milton and 25 minutes from Brampton. Right next to Conestoga College and Highway 401 in Cambridge. Close to the new home of Google Canada. Call me with the confidence to buy low and sell high.
For over 20 years, Baker Real Estate has been proud to represent the most successful new construction condominium developers in Toronto. When you buy through Baker, you know you've bought the best.
Hi, I'm Zia Abbas, proudly introducing UC Townhouses by Tribute Communities in the city of Oshawa. These 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom and 5-bedroom townhouses, starting price is only $385,900 and your deposit is only $25,000 in the first 5 months. Yes, you can assign this unit prior to closing and the completion is end 2017. For US investors, the cost is less 40%. Call me with the confidence to buy low and sell high.
Welcome to 1215 York Mills at the Ravine. Tower 1 offers modern 1, 2, and 3-bedroom suites from the mid-200s. Own from $12.35 per month, free parking included. Next to the Don Valley Parkway, close to Fairview Mall, shops of Don Mills, schools, and parks. Limited time offer, 8% interest on your deposit or up to $15,000 in upgrades. Presentation Center and Model Suite, 1213 York Mills Road. Call 416-850-2489 or visit theravine.ca.
Abrahams LLP. We provide services in corporate law, civil litigation, and real estate.
We are lawyers to Toronto's entrepreneur.
Hi, I'm Zia Abbas and proudly introduce Pier 27 Phase 3 at the foot of Yonge Street with an amazing water view. This 35-story building has just over 400 units. If you really want to see a great views from your balcony, this is the project you have to follow. Call me with the confidence to secure your allocation to buy low and sell high.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Viewers, I'm sitting with Salman Arif from Mortgage Alliance. Very important topic we're going to discuss today, the importance of a pre-approval. Hi Salman, how are you?
I'm good, Zia. How are you?
Not bad. Welcome on board.
Thank you.
You know, especially I'm talking about investor-driven market in or even through end user, in particular, like Greater Toronto area.
Right.
You know, the trend is to invest in real estate. There might be a lot of purchasers who ended up investing in the multiple properties.
Right.
What is the importance of a pre-approval?
Very good question. Pre-approval has a very in-depth important when it comes to pre-construction purchase. So what basically happen is when any customer or any client purchase a pre-construction condo or low-rise house, the builder has the guideline to provide them a pre-approval within the first 10 days after you put the offer, to feed the file to complete the transaction. If you are unable to provide a pre-approval, they will not do your deal and they will cancel the transaction.
Yes.
So this is basically a pre-approval means, and this is basically where the pre-approval stands.
Now, pre-approvals, like I know it has two different definitions: pre-approval with conditions, pre-approval form, right? So what is the difference between both?
Whenever it comes to pre-approval or approval, it always comes with conditions.
Okay.
You will never see any approval without the conditions. So basically, based on those conditions, you're approved for such amount of mortgage.
Yeah.
Right? Now, when we're talking about pre-approval, we're talking about probably after 1 year or after 2 years completion of the project.
Yes.
Today, the situation is different. I'm talking about client's perspective. In today's market, let's say he has a better credit, he has a better income. After a couple of years, when the time of completion, the income has changed, the credit has changed. They have to understand what the down payment is required if they are owning another property and they are going for an investment property, or they are going for a first time home.
Yeah.
They have to understand what are the options they have. So in order for them to decide what is good, what is bad, they have to understand and explore all the options before even go for purchase a house.
Okay, perfect. So what would be the due diligence, the due diligence towards pre-approval? So what clients should do?
This is very important for clients to work with somebody. I'm talking about the realtors.
Yes.
Work with someone who has a wise experience for pre-constructions. Because how do we get the experience of this and that? Based on the number of transactions.
Yeah.
We have different clients, we have different scenarios, and based on those scenarios, we discover different things, we learn different things. And that's how we suggest different things to different clients. Now, if someone is saying that you get your pre-approval done and I will get it done, and client said, okay, fine, it's less hassle for them not to going to anybody and getting a pre-approval done while sitting their house. This is not the case. At the last minute, it can be multiple surprises, which can end up with wrong things. I just don't want to say it, right? But in order to get this smooth, you have to understand what are the guidelines, what are the down payments requirement, what is the income requirement. If you're purchasing for rental, what are the rental guidelines? If you're purchasing for your own residence, what is their guidelines? If it's out of town, if it's inside, if you're self-employed, if you're stated income, it's totally different. I would say if you're a self-employed and you're working as a stated income rate, you're declaring less income and you're making more, there is no rental program from an A lender.
And the 10 days cooling off period, which would be given from developer in order to review your agreement through your lawyer, in order to get your pre-approval. So these pre-approval must be taken within 10 days.
Within 10 days.
Is that time frame is enough to get a pre-approval?
Time frame is enough as long as client will go and see us.
Okay.
They have to sit, they have to understand, and they should help us understand their situation.
Exactly.
Right? Based on what are their perspective in terms of this property. Okay. Right? So otherwise, it's very hard for us to get this transaction closed at the time of closing.
Exactly, it would be very difficult, and then you are in a binding contract.
And based on those information, we can suggest them that what steps to make for them, right? So very important, very
No,
important.
great. Salman, thank you very much for your time. Definitely we'll talk about more topics in the next episode.
Sure.
Viewers, as you've seen, Salman explained pre-approval quite well. It is very important that you must have your pre-approval ahead of time in order to avoid 11th hour surprises at your final closing. And if you need any mortgage guidelines, any mortgage suggestions, always call Salman and discuss with Salman. Stay with us.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Viewers, it's time to say bye, but before I wrap the program, I just want to share one thing. If you really want to achieve something in life, like, other than the routine earnings you do, it's very important that you have to have a capacity to take some calculated risk factor. Calculated risk factor always happens in the world of real estate. That's what everybody, even if you are sitting among your circle in a social gathering, anywhere, I guess the second best discussion is always for real estate. And I think Torontonians, or say Canadians in particular, if you can talk to them, they made good wealth in real estate, even in their own principal home, the least. So always consider to invest in real estate, but keep sending your emails, your phone calls, make phone calls. And if you have any concerns, questions, call me or send me an email. We always try our best to keep your questions as a part of a program. The purpose of this program is to bring as much information as possible. These information would boost up your confidence, because this confidence may bring a lot of value for you, and there will be a day when you become one of the best or one of the biggest investor here in town. I'll meet all of you next week. Stay blessed and bye.
Buy low and sell high with